Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to a new session of your Class 11 Entrepreneurship Children. Now we are going to start with the differences between feasibility study and business plan. In our previous session we have seen about the execution of business plan, and now we are starting with the differences between feasibility study and a business plan. So first let us understand what is the meaning of both, right? So a feasibility study is not the same thing as a business plan. The feasibility study would be completed prior to the business plan. The feasibility study helps determine whether an idea or business is a viable option. The business plan is developed after the business opportunity is created. So first thing, feasibility study would be completed prior to the business plan. So the first step would be feasibility study, because if an idea or an opportunity is going to work out or not, that result we come to the conclusion from the feasibility study. And then when we finalize with a particular business idea, then we formulate a business plan. Right? Based on that idea, we formulate a business plan, and based on that business plan, we will execute it. Right? And the feasibility study helps determine whether an idea or business is a viable option. Okay? So the feasibility study helps us to determine whether the idea or a business is going to be successful or not, if it is going to work out or not. Viable option means work out or not, or if it is going to be successful or not, right? So that will be calculated at this point. Then the business plan is developed after the business opportunity is created. So once we finalize about a business opportunity, then the business plan is created. So feasibility study is going to be the initial stage, whereas business plan is going to be the further consecutive stage. Then coming on to the objective. So why are we making this feasibility study, or why are we formulating a business plan? That is what we are going to see here. So before anything is invested in a new business venture, a feasibility study is carried out to know if a business venture is worth the time, effort and resources. A feasibility study is filled with calculations, analysis and estimated projections, while a business plan is made up of mostly tactics and strategies to be implemented to grow the business. So feasibility study is nothing but, it is like when we are starting up a new business venture, or when we are investing our money, time, resources and everything, feasibility study will give us a picture that if it is worth the time we invest, the money we invest and also the resources we invest. So it means that if this is going to be a particular line of business, the feasibility study will tell us that if that business is going to work out or not, if the product is going to stand in the market or not, is there any future growth in this business? Yes, all these will be forecasted in feasibility study. But when it comes to business plan, okay, so it is carried out completely based on how tactfully the product will be sold in the market, how tactfully we will reach the consumers, right? So that is all about business plan. So to grow the business to the next level, to improve the output, to reach the customers at a wider level, business plan can be used. But this feasibility study should be done in the initial stage so that this is going to work out or not, that will be decided. Now here you could see the feasibility study is filled with calculations, analysis and estimated projections. But business plan, it is all about the clean tactics and strategies that should be followed, right? Then coming on to the linkage. a feasibility study can readily be converted to a business plan. So, what is the relationship between this feasibility study and the business plan? So, on this point, we should clearly understand that a feasibility study result, with the report of this feasibility study, we can immediately start up with a business plan. And then the benefit. It is important to think of the business plan in terms of growth and sustainability, and the feasibility in the terms of idea viability. So, to know about the growth and sustainability of the business, definitely business plan should be executed. At the same way, the feasibility study is very important to make sure about the idea viability, right? So, if this is the perfect idea for business or not, that has to be decided, and for that we require feasibility study. So, to make that idea, see, if we find an idea to be suitable, sustainable, then for that we will be making a business plan that will make us run the course of business, right? So, now we are going to see about the role of society and family in the growth of an entrepreneur. So, for each and every activity, we expect someone to say us that, yes, what you are doing is correct. Yes, go ahead. Yes, you will succeed. So, someone we always expect to motivate us, right? Especially when it comes to family and friends, we expect them more to motivate us. Yes. So, on that case, what is the support an entrepreneur gets from his family or friends or the society around him? That is what we are going to see under this heading. So, here the individual perception of what his or her family and friends think or opine about entrepreneurship has a crucial role to play, because it is very important that when he is going to face the hardships in business, right, if he is going to face a very bigger loss, there should not be people around him saying that I told you that day itself this is going to be a big loss, you didn't listen to me. He is not expecting that kind of people. Yes, each and every person for that matter, not only on business, on all the stages of life, when something goes wrong, we always expect someone to console us, convince us and say, yes, this is going to be okay. Definitely you will succeed one fine day. This is what we expect from the people around us. So, the same thing an entrepreneur also expects when he is about to start his business. So, besides the view of the family, their support and the society with regard to failure is also very important factor playing upon the young minds and framing their opinion. So, apart from the family, the opinion from the family, the support from the friends, and what people around them are going to think. See, it is very easy to say that we are not dependent on the people around us. We are pursuing our own goal or passion, whatever. But then, ultimately, when we hear some negative comments or when we hear something which is demotivating us, definitely it will have an impact on us, right? So, on that case, definitely an entrepreneur expects everyone to be by his side when he faces a failure. Yes. So, the support and the society with regard to failure is also a very important factor playing upon the young minds and framing their opinion. So, at some point they may lose the determination towards their goal. When they are continuously being demotivated by someone, at some point they may even feel that no, we have taken some wrong decision, we should have not gone to this idea. Even they will start thinking like that, right? So, family support is very essential because in most cases the youth would need to borrow initial finances from the family and friends. So, that is where the family support is very much important, because once a fresher who completed his college and immediately he wants to start up a business, what would be the money he is having? On that point, he is dependent on his family and friends. On that case, he will expect the utmost support from them. The family's attitude towards education and other careers in fields like medicine, engineering, etc. are also likely to dominate the youth's mindset towards entrepreneurship. So from the childhood, if a parent is going to tell a child that you're going to become a doctor, you're going to become a doctor, you're going to become an engineer, you're going to become a pilot, so something, yes, definitely that has an impact in the mind of every student, every child. On that case, he may not even choose to go to be an entrepreneur. Yes? Next, it is quite likely that the families will be ready to take loan and fund the youth's professional education rather than funding a new business venture where risk is involved. So, each and every family, yes, even though the fees are far higher when it comes to medicine field or engineering, even if it is going to be a very toughest job to arrange for the money, they are ready to take loan and they are ready to spend on the professional education. So the professional education will include this engineering, doctor, law, whatever it is. Right? So they are ready to fund for those professional education, but no family is ready to spend on the business investment. Why? Because they always believe that the risk is involved. So what kind of risk it is? Their child may face a loss. Yes, they don't want that to happen. If he goes for a job 9 to 5, yes, he is getting 40,000, 50,000 a month. Yes, that is enough for my son. I don't want him to do a business and face the risk of loss. So that is how the parents' mindset is there, right? So on that case, we should also understand that surprising but true is the fact that the society's views about business entrepreneurs as a prospective bridegroom can also become a deciding factor promoting or inhibiting entrepreneurship. So, even while marriage age reaches for an entrepreneur, people usually think twice to get their daughters married to a businessman. They are ready to give their daughter to a salaried person but not to a businessman because they always think that there is no proper standard income for this person. So, people always expect a standard or fixed income to be on a safer side. So this is usually the salary they get, right? So a person who is going to work under someone, yes, work under a boss, he is going to be answerable for all the works he do. On that case, we are ready to marry that guy to our daughters. But then, if that person is going to be his own boss, we are not ready, right? So, in some societies, people prefer to marry their daughters to person holding government jobs, thinking that the jobs are secure and permanent as compared to the self-employed individuals, right? So, always the risk of loss, that has a great impact on people's mind. So, we are not ready to think about the other side of the business, which is very profitable, right? And then normally professionals like lawyers, doctors and scientists are seen to be most preferred as bridegrooms, right? And these factors are relevant in terms of shaping up entrepreneurship in the society. So, in this point, we should understand that only by the society the change can happen. We should be able to accept entrepreneurs, we should be able to accept entrepreneurship, and then only it will grow. See you in the next session with the topic women entrepreneurs and what are all the challenges they are facing to get into this entrepreneurship. Yes, thank you children. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.